back with another episode of the Game Changers Podcast. I'm your host, Boss Man Jay. We got Mayor Socrates in the building, DJ, and the boy Gnome G. What's going on, fella?
What's going on with you?
You see the headline, Anthony Joshua involved in a car crash that kills 2 people in Nigeria. Anthony Joshua, we just saw him have the biggest fight of his career, probably. Maybe, I don't know. I don't want to say that, but he had a big fight. He just knocked Jake Paul out. We talked about that last week on the show. It's crazy. After that big of a payday, Anthony Joshua ends up in a car crash in his native Nigeria. We all saw the video. If you haven't, I'm gonna show it to you. If production can get that queued up.
Anthony A.J. Joshua has been involved in a deadly car crash, unaliving 2 passengers. So one passed away on the scene instantly, and the other, from my understanding now, has passed away. Anthony A.J. Joshua has sustained minor injuries, and he's fine. Now, these are the images that are out now of what happened. This happened in Nigeria. If you guys don't know, Anthony A.J. Joshua is native to Nigeria, so he was back home enjoying his vacation. Now, the incident involves the SUV that Anthony A.J. Joshua was in.
Hey, his brothers was out there. They was trying to help. Of course, it's a tragic situation. 2 other people died, but Anthony Joshua was okay. Looked like he was in a lot of pain right there. But shout out to the motherland, Nigeria. You see all those black men out there helping another brother, which, might get overlooked in all of this. But man, Anthony Joshua, real lucky, I would say. What y'all think?
Yeah, it's an unfortunate circumstances for him. Coming off that big win over Jake Paul, that big payday. Jake Paul was not, obviously wasn't an opponent that was like, but it was a big payday for dude, and he was out there celebrating.
A lot of eyes watching.
Yeah, enjoying himself, and then that happened to happen. I mean, if you ever been to Nigeria, or especially the major cities, Abuja in northern Nigeria, and then Lagos. Lagos. I don't know exactly where he was at. I'm taking it he was in Lagos or in that surrounding area. But I mean, it's 20 million plus people there. Like, driving there is like probably one of the worst places to drive in the world. It's probably in Lagos area. So I know there was a lot of different things speculating on how he got into that accident, but I mean, I can tell you from personal experience. I was in Abuja when I had visited, 5 years ago, and I was with my cousin, and somebody ran into him. They just got out the car, looked at each other, and then got back in the car. And, you know what I'm saying? It went about their day, like, so, just to bring, if nobody's been in those type of driving environments, like, it could be hostile. Like, I don't know exactly where he was during that situation when they were driving and everything, but yeah, it could be problematic driving in Nigeria. I'll just say that.
And also the other aspect of this, and I'm gonna let Mayor Socrates jump in here or DJ, but the other side of that is, man, life comes at you real fast. This man just one of the most searched names in professional sports last week. Because a lot of people who weren't familiar with him were looking him up. But of course, if you're a boxing fan, you know who Anthony Joshua is. But life comes at you fast, man. It's he didn't think he would be in this situation, 2 weeks after his biggest payday, one of his biggest paydays. So what do you guys think about that part of it?
It's just a tragedy because
Mayor Socrates.
Yeah, I think we lost DJ to some technical difficulties. But I know this has.
Oh, you breaking up. You breaking up.
Hear me now?
Yeah, we having some technical difficulties
Yo.
right now. But hey, I wanted to say another thing about the part where Anthony Joshua came out after this, and it said that he had basically said he was going back to Nigeria, and that's the sad part of it too. I wouldn't want a world champion boxer because of course he's a national hero. You know what I mean? He's from just like a Giannis. He represents, of course, he represents his European country, but he has roots to his African motherland. So him saying that he's not going back to Nigeria, bro, that's disheartening. That's not really what I wanted to see out of this situation, because I thought it was pretty cool that he was back in Nigeria after his big win and showing love to the people.
But he lost to his best. He lost to his best friends there though, so it might not feel right going back.
That might be true. I mean, we lose people all the time. How many people I lost this year, bro? Like, real talk. Is that gonna make me not go home? Well, he has his reason though, but I'm just saying. It's just
I was about to say, I'm pretty sure he got his reasoning other than the accident and losing his friends and not going home. But I wanted to say this about that whole situation, man. What I don't like is, so I understand Anthony Joshua is the biggest name that was in that car. I get that. But why not mention the other people? Why not put their name out there so people can know who they are? Like I hate when people do that. When something tragic happens, they only name the popular star. We saw the same thing when Kobe had his plane, his helicopter crash. It took them 2-3 weeks before they started naming those other victims. He wasn't the only one in that truck.
I will say I saw some posts from separate media outlets on social media naming saying the trainers that was his trainers and stuff like that and his close friends. So it's not. I don't think it's completely out there, but I do understand what you're saying though, Mayor Socrates. People do the media love to just kind of focus on that one person when other people have went through tragedy as well, and they have family members as well that are grieving and all of that,
And that's what my point is. How you think them folks family feel that you only talking about this guy? He's alive. He's the millionaire in this situation. He can still wake up every day and make money. Those guys lost their lives. And I'm thinking, man, it's all because this is some get back for not doing what he was supposed to do with that boxing match. He took that dog. And he went out here and broke that man's jaw.
So Mayor Socrates, are you alluding that
But that was all I wanted to say about that situation, man. I just don't like how they don't name everybody that was in the car, only the star.
But just to play devil's advocate, are you alluding that this car crash may be a setup on Anthony Joshua because he didn't do what he was supposed to do in that match by knocking out Jake? He was supposed to stick to the script. Was he supposed to be the one on the floor, or were they supposed to go into a decision? So weeks later, Anthony Joshua has to pay in these terms. Are you alluding to that?
Well, hey, I was gonna say something along the same lines. You know what I mean? It's very curious. Of course, things happen. You know what I'm saying? We always, but in this new internet age, we are very sensitive, and we're always looking for the other angle because you really can't. You can never tell. You know what I mean? So I guess that's just the day and the times we live in, where we got to be skeptical about everything. But again, we know it's a tragic event. The only thing that I would say about it being a setup, so-called, that would be easier to say if the driver himself didn't get killed. You know what I mean? Because would the driver himself agree to, losing his own life to kind of, make this whatever agenda go down? So it's just something to think about. And please don't jump in my damn comments telling me what the hell to say and what we should be thinking and this and that. Listen to the damn show, man. And if you got comments, if you want to tell me I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, jump in the comments and tell me.
Yeah.
Jump in the comments and let me know.
We just living in the day and times where we like to nitpick at things, especially when these type of things happen in the way that they happen. Obviously, you need actual proof of things. You need actual evidence of things. But we just in the days and times that so much stuff, crazy things are happening, you have to go down the rabbit hole on certain situations. And that's just what we like to do at the Game Changers here. We like to just go down and the rabbit hole sometimes and bring up certain questions. Not saying that these things are actually what happened. R.I.P. to Anthony Joshua's guys and all that, and everybody that was hurt from this situation, obviously. But when you just see these type of situations, sometimes those questions come up in your mind if you just thinking and using your brain sometimes. But not saying these things, you know what I mean? Not saying that these things are factual, but just bringing up the point.
Facts. So yeah, that's all I was saying, because some people will say, well, you guys shouldn't have talked about this. Don't tell me what the hell to talk about, man. Right here on this Game Changers podcast station, like Noam said, we bring up a lot of stuff. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying I'm wrong, but I got an opinion and I'm saying it. So that's just where we at with it. I'm glad you spoke about that, Noam, because these are situations we like to talk about, but of course we don't have the inside knowledge. We don't fucking know. But yeah, we have thoughts and we have opinions. So that's what we doing here, and just kind of kicking around the ideas, But yeah, man, condolences to those young men. Apparently they said that the driver was passing another vehicle and hit a vehicle that was parked on the side of the road. So, man, it's just really unfortunate. But one thing I want to bring up too, and Mayor Socrates, I think you said something about this earlier. Anthony Joshua didn't have any bruises, bumps, or scrapes, or anything on him for the most part. I didn't see, nothing visible. I don't know if we could,
I don't think he had no physical injury. I think they were all in trouble.
Yeah. And I do know you don't have to have a outward facing, injury to be hurt. So yes, being in a car.
He looked like he was in some pain.
Yeah, he was in some pain.
I don't think he really was, but he pretended allegedly.
Because when you get hit in a car, I can speak on an accident I've had before. Like, I didn't get hit at really no speed either. The lady hit me, on the driver, on the passenger side, on the front of my car on the passenger side.
Yeah.
But, I didn't go to the hospital or nothing, but I did wake up that next day. I felt I felt it. So I'm just
bullshitting, because shit, I had a semi truck accident where I flipped my truck 3 times and I walked away that motherfucker without a scratch. And the next day, thank God. But the next day, I still wasn't so nothing. Now the guy that was with me, the guy that I was training, my student, man, that shit, he ended up breaking his leg in 4 places.
Damn.
So I know I was just bullshitting, putting shit out there for somebody to say something.
Yeah, but life happened fast, man. Oh my gosh, like Anthony Joshua couldn't have predicted that. No. After the biggest win, one of the biggest paydays and wins of his career, everybody knows him now for sure. A lot more people know him today than they did 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, the ladies was going crazy over Anthony Joshua. I will say that. I'm like, damn, I wish I was homie's wingman or something, because man, he he getting all the action right now, boy. I'm like, shit. Let me just get your left. Let me get the who you can't get, cause damn,
Yeah.
my whole social media, every female, damn, Anthony Joshua, damn, Anthony. I'm like, shit, bro,
Because they didn't
done
know
went
him
up.
before. Yep, you're
Bro,
right. I saw the
And
same
been
thing.
fighting for years.
man, boxing fucked up. Like how y'all didn't see that this dude had this much appeal to the ladies? Like shit, y'all should have been putting money behind, bro.
For
Having him
real, you ain't
everywhere. You
lying.
know what I'm saying? Like
You ain't
shit.
lying, and I think it has something to do with him being from the UK. You know, he's a British boxer at this
Right.
point, and
I
he
mean,
kind
you know
of
that accent killed him.
say it again.
The accent had him almost.
Yeah, probably.
Oh
That's
yeah,
probably what. Yeah, I just think it was a combination. I've seen a lot of girls just saying all that. I'm like, damn, bro. Whoever wrote it, those two guys, rest they soul. They probably got something. They was probably knocking
yeah, they was
shit
picking
down
up
in the
shit
last few weeks because they was
for
around buddies.
sure. Just around him, just being coming from the gym, you gonna get. Oh yeah, I catch all the strays. I'm catching all the strays.
Man, cause damn, I was like, yo, I don't think I've seen a dude like go up, on females' radars like that on social media. Like, I can't even tell you the last dude that
Shit,
like
Michael B. Jordan.
B. Jordan,
when
yeah, he
Black
probably the
Panther.
last one. And the first thing, he kind of looked like Buddy, so.
But Anthony Joshua like 6'8". This nigga like there's a fucking tank, built like a tank, good,
big
good
guy.
shape.
Yeah, but that's probably like the last guy in the scene. Females just go crazy. So yeah, boxing, y'all messed up with that, man. Y'all could have made a lot of bread. It looked like from the female side, y'all could have a lot of ladies coming to fight if y'all was marketing Buddy better. So that's where you got to give Jake Paul his props at. That like he did well with the marketing part. Getting on Netflix and all that. Because it blew Buddy's whole name up. I mean, he went up because of Netflix.
It definitely came out of nowhere, bro. It came out of nowhere because when he was about to fight Tank, and when the Tank thing fell apart, Jake Paul just mentioned, Anthony Joshua. I thought it was a joke. I was like, ain't no way, But it definitely put Anthony Joshua, catapulted him into the collective consciousness of the internet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So. A lot of different women who hadn't seen him is catching it, catching glimpses, and they're like, oh, you're a nice looking guy. So I did see that same thing on social media. I saw it. Man, but shout out, bro, man. Shout out Anthony Joshua, 2-time world champion. Glad he did that solid for us, knocking Jake Paul on his ass. But man, right afterwards, to have to go through such a traumatic experience, losing 2 of your friends, man. Thoughts and prayers out to everybody involved in that one, man. Yeah. Anything else we got?
No, not on him.
Already. Hey, we gonna leave it there for the moment, but we coming right back with another show. Y'all stay tuned. Like, share, and subscribe to the Game Changers podcast. We'll be right back.
Hey.